Hello and welcome everyone to Where Life Resumes, the YouTube channel. It's something which is very exciting because it's an onset of another journey with Instagram. We have this another platform to talk and discuss cricket, and there are so many new things that we will try here as well. So keep an eye out on YouTube as you do with Instagram and keep following us, keep supporting us. But for starters, today, for our first discussion, it's a very special occasion. We have the Women's World Cup starting in a few days' time, and it will be a home Women's World Cup and one where India might start as one of the favorites to lift the title. It's not just because it's at home, but because it's a team which I think is very well rounded, perhaps the best that India might have ever fielded in a World Cup. And to talk about all of that, it brings us to the second reason. Two very special guests on Where Life Resume for our first discussion on YouTube. One, Sidharth Gulati. We have seen him on Where Life Resumes previously. We have seen him on India Today, Sports Today. He's now also an author and someone with a lot of experience. So, welcome, Sidharth. And then another special guest, someone I've had the privilege of knowing for a very long time, someone I've had the privilege of talking cricket with, and someone I've seen up grow very closely as well. She's played for Mumbai. She still plays for Mumbai and a very integral part of the side. She plays for West Zone. She's been a part of Challengers. She played for the Gujarat Giants in the WPL. Please welcome Prakashika Naik. Welcoming both of the guests here. And I will go to Prakashika straight up for that. Prakashika, welcome to Where Life Resumes. And firstly, what do you think of this Indian women's team? And where do you see this World Cup having that position in Indian women's cricket right now?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me, and it's an honor to be here. And I think our ladies are all set for the big stage, and I'm very excited to see it's in India, the home, and I think our team is ready. Like the preparation has done quite well, and I am very excited to see.
Yeah, and Siddharth, just similarly, I think we have talked about it, but it's just how good. Like in 2023, we felt the same for the men as well, right? Like this is the team that's
Yeah,
made
yeah.
for the World Cup. Pretty similar vibes with the women.
I think, yeah, obviously, I have been, looking at women's cricket for a while now. It's been obviously, more than a decade. And, I even had the chance to, do a scholarly paper on how the WPL and how the women's cricket is really rising, in the last few years or so. You talk about 2017, I think that was the final which really hurt me the most. And I'm sure that, that final really hurt a lot of fans there because when you were 191 for three, chasing 229, at that moment you would expect India to get the job done. Unfortunately, it wasn't really the
Mhm.
case. Last time around, I think India underwhelmed. But now, what has really happened in the last 2, 3 years is that now India pretty much have a stable core. And this is something that just bodes well for India heading into the tournament. Now, Australia, they may have had the good run in the lead up to the World Cup. I think they have lost about 3 or 4 games only in the last couple of years. Even England have also risen. But what India have done is that India finally cracked the code as to how they can
Mhm.
defeat both Australia and England because they are going to be the two teams that will pose the most of the challenge to India. So I think as a unit, as a team, as a captain, Harmanpreet, and with all the batters, bowlers, and all rounder, just coming into the picture, Deepti Sharma also doing well as an all rounder. I think India definitely start favorites. And I think that goes without saying that conditions are going to be very key for India here. Because I think the home conditions that we talk about in a World
Yeah.
Cup, that's going to be very important.
Yes, definitely. And I think you hit the nail there. In 2017, when India was 191 for three, and we would assume that the last 36 runs should have been made in the last with the last 7 wickets. But there's that gap that India has bridged. I think by
Mm.
2017, throughout, it was a lot about those senior two, three players who would carry India, or one of them would carry through, and then the others would bat around them. Just welcoming both of the guests here. And I will go to Prakashika straight up for that. Prakashika, welcome to Where Life Resumes. And firstly, what do you think of this Indian women's team? And where do you see this World Cup having that position in Indian women's cricket right now?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me, and it's an honor to be here. And I think our ladies are all set for the big stage, and I'm very excited to see it's in India, the home, and I think our team is ready. Like the preparation has done quite well, and I am very excited to see.
But you look at this side, every one of the top six, top seven can contribute with the bat, can be the anchor that India has been looking. And there has been that wonderful Australia series. I really like the fact that India played Australia in that three-match ODI series just prior to this World
Mm.
Cup, and that has been a very great indicator. But Prakashika, you have seen it from the inside how the mindset has changed for a lot of Indians, especially as I said, with so many people very capable of turning match on their heads on their own. Do you think there has been a conscious effort towards it?
Uh, I think since 2017, the exposure to the women's cricket has increased massively in India, and because of that, the competition is increasing day by day, and that's the reason we are here with this. Like now, we have 7 6 top players because of that. Because the competition is everyone want to perform well in every season, and now, as you said, there are 7 or 6 players who are there to conquer that place in the team because of the competition. And BCCI is giving us very good opportunities and good matches, amount of matches. And I think no one knows, before the Australia tour of India A team went to Australia, and they played T20s, one days, and test match also. And in that, in one days, we were the series winners. No one knows that, but due to that, we are getting good matches to play and perform. And then that's the reason I feel that we had, like in 2017, we just had 1 or 2 players. And
Yeah.
now we have that 6 to 7 players. That's the reason.
Yeah, for sure. The India A Tour, I think even that has pushed ICC to also have under 19 for women. Had not happened for a
Definitely.
very, very long time. And India were the
Uh,
champions of it for the 2 consecutive years. Shefali Verma at the
yes.
start, and I think Minu Mani with this one. So there have been that as well, where it's very exciting to see. And with all that age group cricket, of course, that has been
Mm.
massively increasing. Do you also see that change, Prakashika, in the domestic structure? Like it's not just for the India A or the under 19s, but also the domestic has increased a lot.
Yes, yes, definitely. So nowadays four, we just had 5 zones, like East Zone, West Zone, North, South, East, and now we have Northeast also. Like Manipur and everything, small states are also contributing in cricket. And before they used to play very simple cricket, like they don't have to score that maximum runs, but now they are giving like tough to every other zones also.
Yeah.
So
I
I think
think
it is helping in domestic cricket also.
Yeah, and I think जो specifically the exposure that you talked about कि जो पहले उतना नहीं हुआ करता था women's cricket में,
Mm,
उतना domestic cricket नहीं हुआ करता था, I think वो significantly increase हुआ है, and जिसकी वजह से I think performances भी lift हुई हैं, and no doubt जो results हैं वो भी काफी I think considerable हैं, because पहले ऐसा होता था that India में भी they used to defeat all the other nations, but फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया इंग्लैंड के सामने उतना चैलेंज पोज नहीं कर पाते थे. अब पता है क्या हो गया है कि अब चैलेंज तो पोज हो रहा है, लेकिन इंडिया हरा भी रहा है उनको. लाइक इंग्लैंड में जाके ओडीआई
exactly.
सीरीज जीतना, और फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया को इतना चैलेंज करना, लाइक यू केम वेरी क्लोज टू चेजिंग 400
Close
प्लस
project.
द लास्ट वीक.
Definitely.
तो वो वाली बात
Yes.
है. बट आई थिंक इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द प्लेयर्स, like
Mm,
at some point in your career also, you have played in domestic cricket with the likes of, I think, Smriti Mandana, I think, is there. There is
yes.
Jemima Rodriguez also. So if you have to describe about the growth of Smriti Mandana, the opening batter, and Jemima Rodriguez, the balance that she provides in the middle order, so how would you describe the growth of both the batters here, starting with Smriti Mandana?
I think the way she have worked over a period of time, like her fitness or like her shots and the intent, basically the intent, like to chase that 400 plus, it just come through intent. You have every shot to play and everything. But if you don't have that intent to show on that field on that given day, then it is very difficult to, chase that big total. And I have seen her work so hard. Like, I was getting that inspiration when I was playing with her in West Zone. And at sorry, and at that
No,
time
that's fine.
also, she's playing. She don't have to do anything extra. She's playing. She's leading India T20 side and everything. But at that time also, she used to come. She used to bat for 1 or 2 hours, and then she used to do her fitness and everything. And I think that's the reason that where she is there, that no one can touch her right now.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I feel the dedication and the commitment. Even Jamie is showing the dedication and commitment. Like, I did my under 19 debut for Mumbai with
Hmm.
Jamie only. And I have seen her grow so much in that short period of time, that it is incredible. And
Yeah.
her father and her family have put in so much efforts in her, and she have payback. Like, the family is putting so much effort, and she is scoring runs and everything. So I have seen her very closely, and we all of us, like, Mumbai team, is getting inspired by her, by both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a follow-up question here. Before we come to Sumedh once again, he asks one something. So, in case of Jemima, one of the things that we have seen is she had the heartbreak of not being part of the 2022 ODI World Cup. She wasn't even a part of the squad. Like in case of Smriti, at least the point is that she has represented India in a couple of World Cups. Lekin she has never had the heartbreak that someone like a Jemmy has had by
Yeah.
not being a part of the World Cup squad. So, how do you think that what's basically the difference between Jemima Rodriguez, the batter of 2022, and Jemima Rodriguez, the batter of 2025?
I think when she dropped from the team, and now she know how to come back. And
Hmm.
the difference between the 2022 and now, I think her scores and her responsibility in the batting, and how she takes the team to the, like, she can be the finisher also, she can be the middle order batter also. So the depth in her batting, the growth, like the depth, she just went in and in and in. So in Hindi we say ना, उसके batting में अभी थोड़ा ठहराव है, like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So I think because of that, and I think everyone. It is very natural to have heartbreak, but the way she come back, that is what the most inspiring is. We think
Okay.
that ठहराव in her batting, that is different.
और वो ठहराव की ही तो बात है, मतलब अगर आप उसकी बैटिंग भी देखो, इट्स नॉट जस्ट अबाउट हर बट एवरीवन इन दैट इंडियन ऑर्डर। आई
Mm,
थिंक हर एक को एक पर्पस है, हर एक को यू यू कैन टेल अ गुड टीम इज वन वेर यू कैन टेल दैट एवरी सिंगल बैटर और बॉलर इन दैट यूनिट हैज अ रोल टू प्ले।
mm,
अगर आप वो देखो, अगर करंट इंडियन टीम में, तो वी नो दैट if Smriti is going berserk, Pratika Rawal will be the anchor for a while, or
yeah.
the other way around if needed, right? And again, that addition as well, Pratika Rawal has been phenomenal in these last couple of years. I had not, like, personally, I had not heard a lot of her initially, but when she came up the
Mm-hmm.
ranks, I think she came up pretty quickly, and then to go into the
Very
Indian
quickly.
team and continue, and to replace someone like Shefali, like
Sure.
she was already a star in the making, and then obviously a little bit of
Mm,
form dip for her, but then to capitalize on the opportunities that Pratika was getting, that was phenomenal. So हर एक इंसान वो मिडल ऑर्डर में, Pratika, Smriti, Jemmy, Harmanpreet, Harleen, in fact, Prakashika has played with her
Yeah.
in the Gujarat Giants setup as well. Even for her, for all of these guys, how does the preparation change for every individual person? Like, क्या वो roles के
mm.
लिए prepare करते हैं, या फिर is it more about preparing to the situation or the situations that they might have to face? वो preparation के बारे में can you give us some insight, Prakashika?
Yes, actually, I have seen her lean also, and the preparation, as you are saying, the situation also, and the role have given. I think when your coach is giving you a role, then your work is like, if I have role, my specific is like cleared, like my visions are clear, like when I'm going to bowl, yeah, when I'm going to bat, and I just have to do this much. So my focus is on that much, and I don't have any other pressure. So that's the reason I feel. uh, everyone are clear and sorted in their own role, and the preparation is also done because you just know that you just have to go there, you have to bat for 10-15 overs, and then you just have to go and freely bat. I think that is the one thing where now the team is very strong because of the thing which which I feel the Amol sir has given everyone the role, and they are doing that, and that's the reason we are getting good results in that series of Australia and England.
Yeah, not just with the bat, but also with the ball as well,
Also
right? Like,
bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have so many options now. I like there was a time like even though not even in India, but even in England and some places, India would go and just play one seamer. Julian Goswami would be the only pace bowler,
Yeah.
and
Only one
all
seam.
others would be spinners. But वो भी culture थोड़ा सा change हो रहा है. We have three now, in fact, that played against Australia. Arundhati Reddy, Renuka Singh, and Kranti God, all of them featured. How has that change impacted right throughout the vertical of the domestic cricket? Like शुरू से ही शुरू
Mm.
करते हुए age group cricket, domestic cricket से, is there an importance given to the fast bowlers as well in that aspect?
So I think there are quite good spacers in domestic circuit right now, but thanks to WPL, Gaur and Saima Thakur and Saili Sadgare, they are also there in the team. But I just hope that they get good opportunity to play. And Renuka Singh is phenomenal. After she's coming back from her injury and she's playing and she's getting that wickets. And I think Arundhati Reddy also,
Yeah.
when she bowled that 4 wicket halt in Australia by taking the top orders. And, like if they are performing and they are giving result, I think the bowling coach is also happy. And I think like spinners are also doing their job. But like as you said, pacers, we have good, like good and genuine pacers in domestic circuit and in the Indian team.
या आई थिंक जितना प्रिपरेशन वाला पार्ट था लाइक आई एम श्योर सुमेध ने मतलब जो भी रिलेवेंट चीजें पूछी हैं
Mm,
आई थिंक उसमें जो एक मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि सवाल बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है ना वो किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन के एस्पेक्ट से होता है वो होता है मेंटल साइड ऑफ थिंग्स में लाइक इन सम केसेस विजुअलाइजेशन बहुत ज्यादा वर्क करता है शैडो
yes.
प्रैक्टिस हम जिसको कहते हैं ठीक है आप
Hmm.
वो बॉलिंग से कर सकते हैं बैटिंग से कर सकती है वो चीज कुछ के लिए ऐसा होता है कि उनको ना अपनी दीवारों पे लगा के रखना पड़ता है दैट आई विल डू इट आई कैन डू इट समथिंग लाइक दैट ठीक है सबकी जो शैडो
Yes.
प्रैक्टिस होती है ना वो अलग होती है तो मेंटल साइड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन में इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट कि आपने जैसे आप स्मृति के साथ खेले हैं जिमी के साथ खेले हैं हरलीन के साथ ऑब्वियसली आपका एसोसिएशन रहा है गुजरात जायंट्स में वुमेन्स प्रीमियर लीग सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि मेंटल साइड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन में इनका क्या क्या रूटीन रहता है
I think everyone have their own routines. जैसे
हम्म,
कि ग्राउंड पे आके जो भी उनका है, बट आई हैव सीन जेमिमा डूइंग दिस वेरी रिलीजियसली, दैट वो आती है, वो खुद का नॉकिंग करती है, she bats in the net and her fitness is there, then she just come with the team and she is a team player. Like everyone are team player, but I have seen Jemima so closely. So उनका एक है कि वो सारी टीम को लेके एक साथ ही चलते हैं, उनका वो रूटीन में वो एक है. और like as you said, the mental aspect, I think we all know that it is like very pressure game and everything, but if your preparation are on point, तो वो मेंटली भी आपको हिला नहीं सकते. लाइक इफ योर
या या
प्रिपरेशन इज ऑन पॉइंट और अगर आपको कॉन्फिडेंस है आपके स्किल पे, आपके फिटनेस पे, या आपके दैट जो सिचुएशन आएगा आप उसको फेस कर सकते हो. तो
हम्म
मेरे को लगता है कि आई थिंक सबका रूटीन यही रहेगा कि प्रिपरेशन, हाउ वेल यू आर प्रिपेयर टू एवरी सिचुएशन, या
हम्म
एवरी लाइक वॉट एवर यू आर गोइंग, कौन सी भी सिचुएशन को तुम जा रहे हो, या व्हाट इज योर स्किल. तो
हम्म
आई थिंक कि प्रिपरेशन इज द की.
या आई थिंक आपने ना अभी एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली उसमें से एक पॉइंट जो मेरे को समझ में आया वो ये था कि जो सिचुएशन होती है आपको कई बार उसके हिसाब से रिएक्ट करना होता है रिस्पॉन्ड करना होता है डिपेंडिंग अपॉन क्या रहता है आई थिंक कुछ बैटल्स ऐसे होते हैं प्लेयर्स के जो ऑन फील्ड तो रहते ही रहते हैं एंड देयर आर सम बैटल्स दैट दे फाइट ऑफ द फील्ड टू I think if I have to talk about your case, recently you went through a very, I think, difficult surgery, then ACL surgery,
Yeah.
anterior cruciate ligament, जो knee में मतलब usually problem होता है. So,
Yes.
हाँ, why I'm just saying it out loud because for the viewers also, they should also understand. And I think किसी भी sports person के लिए जो knee injury होती है, I think वो बहुत ज़्यादा painful भी होती है, उससे recovery में
Mm,
भी बहुत time लगता है. सो हाउ डिड इट लाइक इम्पैक्ट यू, उसका क्या आपको फील हुआ था कि कैसे आपका मतलब उस टाइम पे आपका मोटिवेशन कितना रहता था, आपको कितना लो
mm.
होता था? सो व्हाट वाज द चेंज इन माइंडसेट दैट यू हैड ड्यूरिंग द टाइम यू हैड दैट एसीएल सर्जरी?
So I actually ये बहुत crucial match को हुआ था and I didn't expect anything like I was playing West Zone finals
या
and before that North Zone and West Zone का मैच चालू था और मुझे रेस्ट दिया था क्योंकि हम लोग क्वालिफाई हो गए थे फाइनल्स के लिए। तो मेरे साथ स्मृति भी बैठी थी तो मैंने उस क्योंकि उसने उसका भी हुआ था एसीएल और मैंने उस हम लोग काफी बातें कर रहे थे कि हाउ यू कम बैक एंड शी कम बैक इन 5 months एंड शी प्लेड वर्ल्ड कप।
या
सो आई वाज जस्ट टेकिंग लाइक इनसाइड फ्रॉम हर कि हाउ यू डिड दैट। तो फिर शी वाज टेलिंग हर स्टोरी एंड देन शी जस्ट आस्क्ड मी लाइक कि तेरे को कब हुआ है क्या। सो आई वाज लाइक नो, मेरे को कभी नहीं हुआ एंड बाय गॉड ग्रेस मेरे को कभी होना भी नहीं चाहिए एंड आई डिड दैट टच वुड एंड ऑल। एंड द next match I was batting and I just fell, like I did change of direction and I just fell there and मेरे को चलने नहीं हो रहा था। मेरे को पता नहीं कि क्या हुआ है पर मेरे को इतना वो अंदर से आ जाता है कि हाँ कुछ तो बड़ा हुआ है। फिर
हम्म
उसके बाद हम लोग अंदर गए और मैं बैठी वगैरह और मेरे को कुछ रियलाइज नहीं हो रहा था और मैं बैठी हूँ और मेरे को इनिंग ब्रेक हो गया, हम लोग का बॉलिंग था। तो
हम्म
उसने मेरे को बोला कि चल लाइक वी हैव टू गो फॉर बॉलिंग। आई सेड आई कांट स्टैंड ओनली एंड देन दैट मोमेंट आई जस्ट वो हिट हो गया कि भाई अभी पता नहीं क्या हो गया एंड देन आई जस्ट वेंट फॉर एक्सरे एंड एवरीथिंग।
या
तो फिर बाद में समझा कि एसीएल है, टेयर है। तो फिर आई वाज ओके टिल दैट टाइम लाइक। पर जब मेरे को समझा कि मेरे को सर्जरी करना है, फिर अगर सर्जरी होता है तो मेरे को एक रफ पड़ता था कि 6-7 महीने तो
राइट
गए
राइट
तुम्हारे आगे गए। और फिर उसके बाद आई वाज वेरी लाइक ओके, मतलब मेरी फैमिली ने मेरे को इतना सपोर्ट किया कि कुछ नहीं हुआ है, हो जाएगा एंड इवन आई वाज शोइंग देम दैट या आई एम टफ कि कुछ नहीं हुआ है। बट आफ्टर दैट 2-3 मंथ आफ्टर माय सर्जरी और मेरे को मेरे सारे जो टीममेट्स है वो रनिंग कर रहे हैं या हम लोग को ऑफ सीजन रहता है मुंबई में तो वी प्रैक्टिस टुगेदर ओनली and in that they are doing running sessions and everything. I used to sit and I used to wonder ki, like if I'm not walking only how I'm going to run, and I if we are playing a team game I have to be good as what they are doing. तो फिर मेरे को काफी ऐसे डीमोरलाइज हुआ एंड मेरे को एक सेशन तो मेरे को करने का मन ही नहीं हो रहा था। तो देयर इज वन my teammate Saima Thakur, she just came and she just cheered me that she said कि Paks don't worry, this is just a time, it will go. And उसने मुझे एक बोला कि don't plan your days, don't plan your weeks, you don't know what is going to happen in future, and just if you want to plan you just plan 1 or 2 days. And from that moment I just got that like light of hope, and I just started my motivate like I started my working out and my rehab and my everything with the joy.
या
And yeah, and after that I would love to take one more, like she's my junior and from under 23. So my team went for this practice camp and everything. So I used to practice with under 23 women's team, the women, yeah, under 23 women's team. So there was this teammate, Shraddha Shetty. She just told me, Paks, if you have not thought anything bad for anyone, God is with you and nothing will happen to you. Just keep faith in you and just work hard. This is the time, and then you can see the results. And this two sentence just changed my mindset towards myself.
या
And in 6 months I was just on background and I played my quarterfinal and semi-final for Mumbai, and that year we won. And then I got selected for challengers.
या या
And
या
that what I didn't plan only, that कि मेरे को वो मिलेगा, कि मेरे को और एक chance मिलेगा. I was happy that I can walk, I can I can run and I can play. I was back on the ground. I was happy in that moment only. So I think that is very important. I have learned that you don't have to plan. You don't know what is going to come in your plate. You just have to work hard, whatever you're doing. Be
Yeah.
satisfied what you have. That's it.
That's
That's
so nice to hear. So nice.
such a wonderful insight in itself, right?
Yeah.
Like it's to see how professional
Mm,
cricketers go through these phases. It's very easy for the outside world to have their assumptions that things are easy for them, but it never are in any profession, in fact.
mm,
But when it's always about when you are down that it matters, and it's always
mm,
good to see that there is a lot of camaraderie inside the dressing room, off the ground as well, which is very heartening to see. And obviously it gives a lot of insight, not just like as a whole as well, because there are so many cricketers who
mm.
are even at the World Cup are coming back. As you said, Renuka Singh Thakur was is coming back. There is Amanjot Kaur who was injured, who is also getting
Yes.
her way back. There was a freakish scare to Arundhati Reddy yesterday. I am very
Yes.
hopeful that it's not very serious. One great thing that you talked about while you were saying your injury and the entire story overall, of course, was the fact that you had the chance of going back playing for West Zone, playing for the Challengers as well.
Mm.
I think one of the biggest one encounter I do remember with Challengers you had was spending time with Radha Yadav and with her as well. That was another experience, and another experience only for the reason because I think she has led the transition of India in the fielding department for sure. There is energy that is seen on field. It's not just about her, the entire team. How have you seen
Mm.
obviously the work that she puts, but also how Indian team has transitioned in that fielding department? Is there extra emphasis that is given on that aspect as well?
Yes, definitely. I think because of her fitness and the confidence she brings, the aggression she brings in the team, and उसको देखने के बाद सब लोग को लगता है कि उसके जैसा फील्डिंग करना चाहिए। जैसे मैंने उसके साथ बहुत टाइम्स भी स्पेंड किया है, तो उसने मेरे को एक ही बोला है कि मेरे को व्हेन आई एम फील्डिंग मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिखता, मेरे को सिर्फ बॉल दिखता है और अगर इफ आई एम डूइंग शी इज डूइंग पॉइंट एंड आई एम डूइंग कवर पॉइंट, वो मेरे सामने का भी ले सकती है। शी शो
Mm.
शी इज वेरी अजाइल ऑल्सो एंड शी इज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज ऑफ हर डेफिनेटली द फिटनेस एंड फील्डिंग गोज हैंड इन हैंड and that's
Yeah.
the reason this team is looking fit and they are putting their efforts in fielding also.
Okay.
And I think her fielding is inspired by Virat Kohli, क्योंकि अगर कोई दूसरा भी विकेट लेता है तो the aggression from Radha Yadav is always there.
Yes, and I think the infrastructure that even everyone in the team is putting behind for fielding, we have more fielding drills and just overall
Yes,
the fielding medal has also spiced things up in both the dressing room, men and women. तो वो भी शायद थोड़ा सा एक added advantage हो just to show put more energy, put that
full
extra.
of energy, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I think a couple of things here again, and I think we have briefly touched upon it. You, Prakashika, आपने भी बीच में थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में बात किया. Was the camaraderie and वो ड्रेसिंग रूम का environment जो
Mm,
throughout दिखता है कि everyone enjoys playing with each other. Pete, Jemmy, Spriti, Harleen, or Harman as well. Everyone who talks about it, even the off camps that BCCI puts online, it feels कि हर एक इंसान को एक दूसरे के साथ खेलने का मन और इच्छा it's always there that aspect.
right.
Everyone is playing for each other. तो ये ड्रेसिंग रूम एनवायरनमेंट इंडिया के लिए खेलते टाइम या मुंबई के लिए खेलते टाइम क्या ये हर जगह सिमिलर होता है इन द सेंस ऑफ how everyone pushes each other, and can you give us more insight of what the dressing room environment looks like?
I think in the team atmosphere, the main role is from support staff. Like how support staff is giving that comfort zone to each and every player. I think, and from the player also, the trust. I think जो team में अभी trust है एक दूसरे के लिए, and of course there is healthy competition. There is no insecurities and nothing. Everyone wants to win World Cup for India, and everyone wants to play good cricket. And the standard of the game has increased so much because of this. It is everything coming through in positive way, I feel. And like if trust is there, belief is there, then this camaraderie and the team atmosphere is there within the team, and it reflects on the field also. If the of the field you are very comfortable with everyone, that is going to reflect if you're performing well and winning teams, वो और अच्छा होते जाएगा आई फील, एंड अभी वो हो भी रहा है. एंड वी कैन सी इफ आई अगर मैं प्लेयर नहीं होती या मैं क्रिकेट नहीं खेलती पर मैं जस्ट देखती, वो दिख जाता कि क्या ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड क्या हिसाब से सब लोग खेल रहे हैं, मतलब एक दूसरे के लिए खेल रहे हैं.
हम्म
आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि ट्रस्ट है और पता है कि इफ आई गॉट आउट समवन सम लाइक इफ जेमी इज गोइंग इन, आई नो कि वो निकाल देगी मैच. सो वो ट्रस्ट आना काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है. मतलब उधर जो भी है, लाइक टीम में सपोर्ट स्टाफ है या मैनेजर है या एवरीवन, सब लोग के साथ वो जो रहते हैं, जो बिलीव आता है, आई थिंक उसकी वजह से वो टीम एटमॉस्फेयर इतना लाइट लगता है.
Yeah, that's very well said. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
just adding on, ऐसे कोई instances है जो आपको याद आते हैं with everyone you
Hmm.
have played with or against as well? Anything that you specifically remember where actually the dressing room environment, how it was lightened up?
या आई थिंक फ्रॉम द वार्म अप, की स्पीकर आता है, फिर हर एक के अपने अपने फेवरेट सॉन्ग बजते हैं, फिर वार्म अप होने के बाद बहुत अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर रहता है कि. एंड मेन थिंग इज इन आई थिंक इन इंडिया द बेस्ट, अगर तुम्हें किसी को कंफर्टेबल फील करवाना है, एक चाय लेके आओ, उसके साथ बैठ जाओ, एंड दैट इज द बेस्ट. ये कि तुम किसी और को कंफर्टेबल कर सकते हो, कि वो तो सबसे बेस्ट है. कि अगर चाय है देन यू स्पीक. एक्चुअली जेमी ने, जब स्मृति हम लोग एक साथ खेल रहे थे, तभी हम लोग का यही हुआ था, क्योंकि वी वर न्यू टू स्मृति, हम लोग हमेशा उसके अपोजिट खेलते थे. हमें
Hmm.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं पता था कि हाउ शी वर्क्स, हाउ हर वर्क एथिक्स है, और एज अ पर्सन हाउ शी इज, क्योंकि हम लोग ने कभी उसके साथ एक साथ खेला ही नहीं था. और हम लोग when she was a captain, we even I used to hesitate, of course, कि I'm playing for the first time under her and how I'm going to, वो conversation कैसे होगा. और तो
Hmm.
जेमी ने बोला कि let's come and let's have tea, evening tea. और वैसे हम लोग ने बातें करना चालू कर दिया. Then she got to know me as a human and I got to know she as a human. And of course, everyone knows her, like how good cricketer she is. So I think
Yeah.
that is the best part, like exchange of thoughts and everything.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so just a very great insight there because अगर कोई हम जैसे कोई हो और प्रोफेशनल क्रिकेटर्स भी हो, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. अगर तुम चाय का एक कप जाकर जाओ तो फिर आई
Best.
चाय इज द आंसर फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स अक्रॉस
Lot of
इंडिया एंड
things.
नथिंग चेंजेस.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think just digressing a bit from here, प्रकाशिका, आपका जो गुजरात जायंट्स में जो प्रवीण तांबे सर के साथ जो एसोसिएशन रहा है, किस तरीके का वो एक रिलेशनशिप है, आपने उनसे क्या क्या सीखा है? बिकॉज मैं बिफोर आई लिसन टू व्हाट यू हैव टू से अबाउट प्रवीण तांबे, I'm just going to tell you about him that I am like, for me, he is one of the biggest inspirations that can ever be in India. आई थिंक एक एज के बाद जहां पे आपको पता है कि 40 के बाद शायद क्रिकेट खेलना पॉसिबल ही नहीं होता,
Mm.
आप गली क्रिकेट भी पता नहीं कितना खेलते हैं. आई थिंक वो एक अच्छे लेवल पे क्रिकेट खेल पाए, डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे भी खेला, आईपीएल में उन्होंने इतने साल खेला. अभी पिछले कुछ एक दो साल पहले भी वो अच्छा खासा खेल रहे थे, अब वो कोचिंग में भी आए हैं. आपका उनके साथ एसोसिएशन कैसा था, एंड एज अ स्पिनर आपने उनसे क्या क्या सीखा?
आई थिंक ये जोन्स में जब थी, मैंने स्मृति के साथ जब बात की थी, तो उसने मुझे एक बोला था कि इफ विल गो बैक एंड देन वर्क विद प्रवीण सर. सो
हम्म
मैंने मेरे कॉन्टैक्ट्स और सब लगाए, बट मेरे को इंजरी हो गया अनफॉर्चुनेटली.
हम्म
And after auction, I got selected for GG, and after that, I got to know that Praveen sir is only there as a spinner coach. And I
हम्म.
was like, मतलब बोलता है ना कि पूरा ऐसा पूरा कायनात मेरे को उनसे मिला दिया मेरे को.
या.
एंड आई वॉज वेरी एक्साइटेड. एंड उनका जब मूवी आया था, मैंने उनके मूवी देखा था. एक्चुअली मेरे को नहीं पता था उनका स्ट्रगल और ये, बट
हम्म
आफ्टर सीइंग मूवी एंड मीटिंग सर को, मतलब ही इज सो हम्बल. लाइक आई कैन गो to him anytime and I can ask any silly question like in bowling and in everything. And he's there, like he's there always. And in WPL, I feel I learned from him that if you don't have that much variations also, but if you stick to your line and length, you are going to survive the next level. Or matlab, in tactics and everything, he is very good. And मतलब उनको देख के इतना इंस्पिरेशन आता है कि बाकी like focus and determination after 40 also. And unko dekhe, of course, age is just a number. The way he plays, the way he bowls, like it's incredible.
And it also talks about the exposure और WPL के वजह से ये
Mm.
जो सारी छोटी छोटी चीजें जो सबको मिलती है, not just women's cricketers but in
Mm.
general all kinds of cricketers, आई थिंक वो एक्सपोजर भी बहुत बड़ा है. वी सी कि शायद 15 लोग या 20 लोग की टीम हर फ्रेंचाइज के अंडर होती है, बट उसके अलावा भी देर आर नेट बॉलर्स, there are bowlers,
Right, right.
there is a group of support staff that comes through, there are other people who help you with batting, with bowling. उनके लिए भी those budding cricketers, उनके लिए भी इतना सारा सीखने के लिए होता है. और वो भी कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक हैज contributed to the growth of women's cricket in India. Exposure in all senses, the cricketing sense, the non-cricketing sense. हर
Mm.
जगह का exposure अगर आपको मिल रहा है तो that is always a good part to learn. But it's I think we are towards the end of our discussion, and there is couple of very exciting things to do. One, first and foremost, is we still have 15. We do not have the 11 that India is playing. India has played a very different 11 of sorts in the warm-up games, and it's no
Yes.
indication of where it's going. Smriti didn't bat. I think Harman didn't bat either.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
there were bowlers who were given opportunities to bat. A lot of them bowled, and that obviously is gonna chop and change. Like in Australia series is an indication, but at the same time, we will do our exercise, and I encourage everyone who is watching this do their own exercises. Maybe we will match in our 11s, maybe we will not, but we'll have a healthy discussion regardless about it. Uh, but with all of us, I think Prakashika, leading from you itself, do we want to just go back into the 15, and I'll have the 15 pulled up as well. But for starters, I think one of the easiest of the choices is that top order, right? Or the 1-2
Yeah,
especially. There is no
yeah.
changing Pratika Rawal
No
and
change.
No change, no
Smriti.
change.
yeah, Pratika
No
Rawal and
change.
Smriti Mandana. So I think that's the easiest. We go
Yes.
back to number three as well. I think number three is pretty easy too. Harleen
Yeah,
Deol has
Harleen,
been
I
there
think,
for a
yeah.
very, very long time. So, Harleen
Yeah,
Deol, but how do you see the middle order, Prakashika? If we have to construct, there are options in obviously Harmanpreet Kaur is going to be one of them. But then after that, there is
Yes.
Jenny, there is Richa, there is Deepti. India decided to not go with Jemmy after she was injured and have an extra bowler. But how do you see the middle
Mm.
order shaping up? क्या लगता है कौन टीम में होगा 11 में?
I think Harleen will be there on number 3 because जितने भी मैचेस हुए उसमें सब में हरलीन ने ही 3 नंबर पे बैटिंग की है और देन हरमन दी. And I think Jamie will come in this 11 on number 5. She can bat on number 5. And I think this will be the middle order like Harleen, Harman, and Jemima.
Okay, and then
okay.
six पे Richa.
And then, yeah, as for the situation, I feel if we are batting very good, I think Richa can come or else Dipti can also come at
Yeah,
number
but
6.
6-7 will be Dipti and Richa. I think both of them just
Dipti and
walk
Richa.
the
Yeah,
role.
yeah, yeah.
And I
Definitely.
think there was always like there was most of the times there's no question of India's top seven. It chose itself. But now comes the interesting part, and there are options for the all-rounders in Sneh Rana. There is an option in Amanjot Kaur. Uh, and as we said, Dipti Sharma is already going to be there no matter what. Who's
Yeah.
the second all-rounder going to be? And do you think कि कंडीशंस पे डिपेंड करेगा कि एक फास्ट बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर चाहिए या स्पिनर चाहिए कि दोनों खेल रहे हैं एंड देन वी फिगर आउट विद अदर्स?
Yeah, I think दोनों खेलेंगे. Because we need Amanjot experience also and she is a great all-rounder. और उनकी फील्डिंग भी काफी अच्छी है. So I think Amanjot will come in.
So
Amanjot and
Amanjot,
Radha Yadav.
Amanjot and Sneh Rana both play. Uh,
Yeah,
so that brings us to 8 and 9. So we
8
have
and
only
9.
10 and 11 left. And now we have the options for Radha Yadav, Arundhati Reddy given she is fit, Kranti God, Renuka Singh and Sri Charini. अब इन पांच में से
Ooh,
दो को खिलाना कितना आसान होगा या कितना मुश्किल आ, की कंडीशंस
I
डिपेंड करेंगे और
think
इसलिए शायद और डू वी गो बैक टू स्नेह राणा एंड अमनजोत एंड थिंक हाउ वी वांट टू स्ट्रक्चर दैट क्योंकि अभी अपने पास दो स्पिनर हो गए हैं इन दीप्ति शर्मा एंड स्नेह राणा वी हैव अ फास्ट बॉलर इन अमनजोत कौर ऑब्वियसली एवरीवन इन इंडियन टीम बॉल्स अप टॉप सो जो
yes,
पार्ट टाइमर्स जो है या फिर जो जो कम बॉलिंग करते हैं लेट्स नॉट कॉल देम पार्ट टाइमर्स बट जो कम
right
बॉलिंग
nuance.
करते हैं जमीमा हरमनप्रीत हरलीन ऑल ऑफ देम कैन bowl so
See,
who is the
even
even Pratika can roll around yes
Pratika can bowl.
so
Yes.
who is the 10 and 11 for you?
I think for me, it will be Radha Yadav and Kranti.
So Radha and Kranti.
Radha
Uh,
and Kranti.
nice. And who do you think अगर ये हमारा 11 है let's just have our 11 as well. So the 11 looks like Pratika and Smriti at top.
Mm,
Harleen in 3. We have Jemmy, Harman and Richa at 4, 5, 6. Dipti at 7.
yes.
Snehrana 8. Amanjot Kaur 9. Kranti God and Radha Yadav. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah.
And which means Arundhati Reddy, Renuka Singh, both of them might not get a place in the 11. But do you think in the surfaces that India is going to play, which could be
Mm,
more like there have been surfaces like Delhi as well, right? Where शायद बैटिंग के लिए बहुत ज्यादा स्कोप है या फिर बहुत ज्यादा रन स्कोर हो सकते हैं. Do you see a place where maybe a specialist seam bowler like Renuka Singh coming in
yeah.
at any point?
Yes, I think she can come, but I am very confused in whose place she will come because, yeah,
Yeah,
then
that will definitely be an interesting part. Siddharth, do you also agree pretty much with that 11?
Yeah, I think 80-90% it's the same 11 that,
it's the
even I
same.
would want to play. It's just that I think when it comes to a choice between, possible choice between Sneh Rana or Amanjot Kaur, तो उसमें से मैं एक ही choice को खिलाऊंगा. I think it's just the combination that I want to have. And I
Mm,
think for Renuka Singh Thakur also, समटाइम्स पता है क्या होता है कि ना जो एक्सपीरियंस वाली बात होती है ना या जो एक रिजॉल्व वाली जो बात होती है स्टील वाली बात होती है नर्व्स ऑफ स्टील वाली मुझे वो
mm,
स्नेह राणा में और रेणुका सिंह ठाकुर में ना थोड़े ज्यादा लगते हैं कहीं ना कहीं. आई एम
uh,
नॉट सेइंग दैट कि यहाँ पे किसी में कोई कम है या ज्यादा है. इट्स
right,
जस्ट
right.
दैट कि कई बार ना यू वांट टू परसिस्ट विद दोस काइंड ऑफ प्लेयर्स हु आर लाइक रेडी टू फाइट आउट चाहे कुछ भी क्यों ना हो जाए मतलब आपको पता है कि आप हार
Definitely.
रहे हो या क्या है. एंड स्नेह राणा का तो हमने देखा है कि मतलब जब जब से उनके करियर की शुरुआत हुई थी उन्होंने आई थिंक पहले ही टेस्ट मैच में एक मैच बचा लिया था इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट पे
Right, right,
नंबर
right.
8 में. सो एक जो वो नर्व्स ऑफ स्टील वाली बात होती है ना जस्ट फ्रॉम दैट पर्सपेक्टिव आई थिंक
Yeah.
आई वुड वांट टू ब्रिंग रेणुका सिंह ठाकुर बट आई थिंक जो प्रकाशिका ने आई थिंक 11 बोला है 80-90% आई थिंक फॉर मी रिमेन्स द सेम. या
Yeah, it's a great 11 for me as well. I think that's the only choice, but I think as much as Siddharth said, it also depends on the conditions how India is playing and maybe वो
Yes.
टॉस अप एक डिपेंड करता है कि अगर थोड़ा सीम कर रहा है बॉल तो I don't think at this point India has any better seam bowler than Renuka Singh there in that position, especially at the top of the order. उसने जैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अगेंस्ट भी किया, yes, she has gone for runs every now and then. Lekin there has been that consistency to pick up wickets in the power play, which India has
या
been missing, and which maybe someone like Julian Goswami used to do very consistently. तो अगर
Mm,
वो एक एस्पेक्ट अगर ऐड करना है डिपेंडिंग ऑन कंडीशंस मे बी दैट इज एन ऑप्शन बट वेरी वेरी thorough 11 through and through there. Now it's the prediction time. I want all of you all. We will first go to Sid again, and then we'll go to Prakashika to summarize it. But the two players you want to look out for very, very specifically through this World Cup, and just to put you on spot, you can decide how you want to answer this. But where do you think is India finishing?
वन इज ऑब्वियसली स्मृति मंदाना. आई थिंक फॉर मी कई बार आपको ना वो वाली याद आती है कि जैसे वो सचिन तेंदुलकर के हम केस में कहते थे ना कि जब
mm,
वो क्रीज पे होते थे तो इंडिया को एक वो ज्यादा होप मिलती थी. आई थिंक विद स्मृति एक वो बहुत ज्यादा बहुत बड़ी होप है. अ लॉट ऑफ बर्डन आई थिंक लाइज ऑन हर शोल्डर्स, एंड इफ शी कैन मैनेज टू पुल इट ऑफ, एंड इफ द होल टीम कैन मैनेज टू पुल इट ऑफ, तो आई थिंक वो बहुत बड़ी बात होगी. Secondly, I think the player that I am really looking forward to watch, just restricting to Indian cricket only, it's Harmanpreet Kaur. See, I think let's be very realistic. By the time the next World Cup comes, Harmanpreet will be around 40 or 41, if I'm not wrong. ये उनका possibly last World Cup हो सकता है. एंड जब आप एक ऐसी पोजीशन में होते हो ना, जब आपको पता है दैट दिस कुड वेरी वेल बी माय लास्ट चांस, इसके बाद शायद मेरे को ज्यादा कभी और आगे नहीं चांस मिलेगा, देन यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज. आप बिल्कुल फ्री होके खेलते हो. आपको आपके ऊपर कोई प्रेशर नहीं होता. मे बी आई थिंक अगर इंडिया सेमीफाइनल फाइनल तक पहुंचता है तो तब थोड़ा शायद प्रेशर आना शुरू हो जाएगा कि नहीं, जिताना है जिताना है जिताना है. बट आई थिंक इफ देर इज एनी प्लेयर इन दिस इंडियन टीम हु हैज नथिंग टू लूज एंड इट कुड वेरी वेल बी द लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप फॉर हर, आई थिंक इट इज द skipper Harmanpreet Kaur. A lot relies on her this time around. So these are the two players for me. Where do I see India going? I definitely see India reaching the final. Definitely. I think India are a sure shot finalists for me. Uh, I think वहां पे, if I look at the current competition, तो it's going to take a lot for the other teams कि वो
Yeah.
इंग्लैंड को हरा पाए या ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हरा पाए. आई थिंक प्रिटी मच हमको पता है कि जो कंपटीशन है वो कुछ ही शायद टीम्स के बीच में, मतलब उतना ज्यादा स्टिफ रहेगा अगर देखा जाए तो. फॉर मी इंडिया आर अ डेफिनेट फाइनलिस्ट. अब वहां से क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता, लाइक we're not really sure about it. As Indian fans, we have had multiple heartbreaks, चाहे वो मेंस क्रिकेट में हो, वुमेन्स क्रिकेट में हो या कहीं पे भी हो. But a sure shot finalist for me, 100%.
Yeah, Prakashika.
I think definitely Smriti, because I feel the start is very important. And for me, the second player will be Richa Ghosh. I think she have a massive role to play in the finisher thing. And I think she can pull. I have seen her batting so brilliantly. तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि she can pull from anywhere and she have the potential. तो मेरे लिए रीचा घोष रहेगी एक सेकंड प्लेयर. और डेफिनेटली इंडिया मतलब घर पे है और आई थिंक वर्ल्ड कप अपना ही है. सो जस्ट क्योंकि प्रिपरेशन काफी अच्छा हुआ है और अभी मेरे को चाहिए कि इंडिया जीते. मेरा ये बायस्ड है डेफिनेटली.
But
बट
that's वो तो ठीक है, वो तो प्रकाशिका ने कह दिया है कि वर्ल्ड कप तो अपना है तो अपना ही होगा. एंड आई
अब
विल
नहीं होगा.
आई विल स्टिक बाय इट. डेफिनेटली स्मृति फॉर मी एज वेल, जस्ट फॉर द फॉर्म. और दूसरा अगर चूज करना हो, आई रियली वांट टू सी जेमी इन दैट नंबर 5 नंबर 6 रोल, क्योंकि वो उसने खुद ने भी बोला है कि शी इज 80% देयर, दैट 20% इज गोना कम देयर इन द वर्ल्ड कप, शी सेड इन वन ऑफ द प्री वर्ल्ड कप इंटरव्यूज. एंड आई थिंक वो चीज मुझे देखना है, क्योंकि there is this very huge notion, and something which I really believe in is the fact that if it's a team of 10 with the 11th player a luxury for the team to have, then it's a very good team. And I think India
Yeah.
is a great team of 10. And then it allows India to play 11 the way they want, to the conditions and everything. Or I think Jemmy there plays a very crucial role in having that middle order revolve around her. So वो मेरे लिए दूसरी है. And I think I am not even going to say where India is going to finish. I think I'll leave it what Prakashika said. World Cup तो अपना है, and we will be here
Yes.
talking about all of it as it happens. But thank you so much, both Sidharth and Prakashika, especially for joining. She's there from one of her camps that she's already a part of, so it's a very huge time commitment, and we appreciate that. And for
Thank
everyone
you.
who is watching, thank you so much for joining in as well. Where Life Resumes, the YouTube channel will continue through the with along with Instagram as well. And I hope there is enough encouragement and discussion happening on both sides. But we would like to hear your thoughts of where India might go to and how you thought this little chat was. And just do the exercise that we did. Find your 11, tell us what you think, and tell us where India might finish. And we will be here throughout talking about all of it as it happens. But yes, thank you so much, both of you all, for joining, and we will see you around next time. Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.